Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In this video, we're going to continue on with our What's in the Box series. Now, today is a special What's in the Box because I have a selection of blister packs from Baueda. Baueda makes a lot of different products, notably the 148 scale stuff for 148 Tactic. But they also make quite a bit of 15 millimeter stuff, and I had ordered a selection of their 15 millimeter dug-in markers. And I have 2 packs here of their rural set, and I have 2 packs here of their desert set, and then I have this one large pack here of their medium battery emplacement desert. And then these items right here were free gifts, and we're going to take a look at all of this. All right, so I'm going to show you all of this so you'll see what's in each package. Now, I ordered more than one of each of these packages, the rural and the desert, mainly because I need them for my own World War II project, but also to see if they do, in fact, come with a random selection of materials inside. Okay, but let's kind of slide these off. And you'll notice that I've taken the little booklets that come inside each package has already been taken out of the package. Now, the reason why that is because I've taken all of this resin that comes in these package, and I've actually scrubbed them down already with soap and water. I've been waiting a few hours to let the water dry before we started this video, but I think that some of these still have some water remaining on them. All right, so the first one we want to take a look at is their code is 15A, which I think 15 is letting me know that it's for the 15 millimeter, and then the 25 CB. 25 is just the 25 CB is just letting me know that it's the medium emplacement desert. It actually comes with quite a bit inside. Now, this pamphlet here says, and I like the way they've got like a little orc letting you know, to use soap and water, scrub it down. But it says, the Baueda says, before painting the models, wash them thoroughly with hot water and soap using a stiff brush, or your paint may flake off. Okay, that's pretty much a no-brainer. You should always wash your models, plastic, resin, or metal. You should always wash them, because if they come out of a mold of any kind, there's going to be like a mold release powder, and so by washing that residue off of these, your paint won't also come off. Now, they give you a warning as well. If you were going to do any sanding, or if there's going to be any kind of dust created with these resin, they're saying you should not inhale it. It's bad for your health. Make sure you wear a mask, or and in a well ventilated area. Okay, so this is a pretty gigantic blister pack, and I'm going to take these out. And yes, it comes with 3 very large mortar, anti-tank gun, howitzer emplacements. I really was excited about these emplacements, mainly because I wanted a round emplacement. I didn't want the traditional square one that you see everybody else making. You can probably see that they still have quite a bit of water on there. I tried, using a paper towel and drying them off as well. But not only does it come with just these 3, which I would have been happy with, they also give you a, what do they call this? Okay, they say they give you a smaller one for spotters or command or something like that. But it's much bigger than that. This will fit a medium-sized Flames of War base. And I got a couple of bases out here that I'm going to use when I show off all of these. But this is an 80 millimeter mortar for the Germans. It could easily fit behind one of these barricades. But what I was concerned about is, will it fit inside there? Yes, it will fit inside. All 3 of these are exactly the same mold. You got the same barrel in the same spot. You got the same barrels around to help hold up the sandbags. And there's a couple of boxes in there as well. And so it's the same on every one of them. Now, if this was a 57 anti-tank gun, the gun would be facing lengthwise, and they say you could put a base in here lengthwise and it could be an anti-tank gun position as well. And it is. Look at that. It works out really good. So it could be a mortar. I guess you could put it diagonally. Yeah, that's fine too. So it fits either way. That's great. All right. Plus it gives you this one, which is, and we're gonna get some close-ups on all of these. Don't worry about that. But it includes a couple of just neat features. I don't know if I'm ever going to use these, but I do want to let you know what you get in the box. This is a 2-figure stand. I could have made maybe my Bazooka Man and his loader. I could have put them in there, or a Panzer Shrek, or Panzerfaust, or not Panzerfaust, but like a Piat team or something like that. I could put on there. It's got 2 holes ready to go. And this base has 3 holes off to the side. I could maybe make a machine gun team there with an extra guy, or I could do some other combination of, it's just a lot of extra stuff on the base. Now, what I'm actually thinking about doing with this base is making an ammo loader team. I play a game called Battle Group, and you can get these extra ammo teams, because in that game you actually track how much ammo you've used in your guns, and this just gives you a second. Basically it reloads, so if you run out of ammo, you can use this to replenish your ammo. So like if this gun had 7 shots, with this it would have 14 shots. That's pretty cool. And now that's the same, and that would be a 3-man base, and then you've got all this extra boxes and stuff that could be the ammo. I think that's a pretty cool thing. So I'm kind of excited about that. And that just came included with this package. Okay, so we're not going to zoom in until I show you everything. Okay, does that make sense? And that way we can just zoom in all at once. Now, I will want to make a point and say that this is resin, right? And in the mold process, there is a little bit of extra resin around the edges. I will need to take my knife and trim this so that these medium-sized bases will fit in there a lot better. I mean, right now it fits in sitting on top of that extra resin, but it shouldn't have to do that. That's the point. Okay. Now let's take a look at, what are these? These are the rural. I have a hard time saying that word, rural. Now they make a couple of different packs for the rural pieces. They have one with a small stand and 3 mediums. They make one with a large stand and a medium and a small stand and all that stuff. I got 2 of the exact same. I went with mediums and small. I felt like I didn't need the ones that come with the large ones. There's another one that also comes with like all smalls or something. I didn't want that either. Okay, we're going to put that blister off to the side. Where did I put that big blister? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, so these all came out of the rural set. When I look at these 2 small, they look like they're exactly the same. I'm noticing the same 2 boxes and the log. And there's a box. It's the same box, same large square box. The sandbags right in the middle, they're all the same. So these 2 pieces are exactly the same. Okay. These are not the same. Okay, these 2 are exactly the same. Those 2 are exactly the same. Okay, and these 2 are exactly the same. So either this is all they have, or I just got lucky and received all exactly the same. That's entirely possible. Okay, so we don't need to look like I normally do with my sprues. When we go to look at them, we're not going to need to look at everything that's exactly the same. Now, there's logs and boxes and sandbags, and the inside of this one has like a wicker wall to hold the sandbags in place. This one has just a large log to hold the sandbags in place and a couple of smaller logs on the outside. This one has wood planks on the inside to hold the sandbags. It even has a wooden barrel. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then this is logs and boxes. Okay. So those are all the rural ones. Now let's take a look at, they call it desert, but I looked at it and I thought that could just depending on how I paint it and how I flock it, it could be rural as well. Right, this is the 15A22. consisting of exactly the same thing, 3 mediums and 1 small. Okay, and you can see on this one, okay, let's get that away. Yeah, you can see pretty clearly on this one the extra resin. But let's see if these double up. They look like they might. This and this, same. Okay, we'll put that up to the side. Okay, these two are the same. Yep, these two are the same. And these two are the same. Okay, so I have a feeling that when you order it, you get exactly the same in every pack. Okay, now this is a small entrenchment, right? And I have like a small base here. My bazooka man looks like it works perfect. We'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit on that so you can see. But yeah, he's doing really good. I'll zoom in, I'll lower the camera down so it'll look a lot better. If you wanted, this is another thing I've noticed, you can take a medium base like a mortar or a rifle or machine gun or whatever you normally have on a medium base, and you can put it side in, and then you could put another small one on the far side, and you could do something like that to make it look like it's got a, but you notice it's not connecting. So I don't know if I would do that. Now these, you put a guy in, right, and then you could put something like that. And make one of these basically using 2 of these. Yeah, something like that. Entirely possible, however you want to do it. Okay, this guy, the way I set up my bazooka, he's going to look really good shooting over those sandbags like that. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, just barely. He shoots over them. Sandbags are the perfect height. All right, well, let's organize this a little bit and let's zoom in so you can see up close how beautiful these actually look. All right, before I zoom in too close, I just wanted to point out that this came with one of my packs with all the barrels and the tire and everything right there, and the one that came with the 3 mortar emplacements is the exact same piece. So I'm just going to set it off to the side. So I actually have 3 of these, one from each of the rural sets, and then one, or the desert sets, I'm sorry, one from each of the desert sets, and then one from the mortar desert set. All right, so I put these figures in just so you can kind of see. I'm going to tilt it up to basically make it flat. You can basically see how much, if that was flat, you could see how much of them are sticking up over the sandbags. Not much. The guys that are kneeling, all you see is their heads. I think that's pretty good. And with the bazooka guy, paratrooper bazooka, kneeling. So you kind of got this side over here that's like a little bit lower. I think it looks good. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring these up so you can see them. And just give me a second to do that. All right, so let's just go ahead and start with one of these mortar pits. That's what I'm going to be using them as, is a mortar pit. These sandbags right there kind of look like the mold didn't complete properly. Let me just take a look. This one looks a lot better. Swap them out. Trying to get the right focus. There we go. And see, I can just put grass and stuff on this to make it look more rural and not so much deserty, you know? And then I'll just put like normal dirt inside and not sand. You know, I don't have to make it a desert piece, I don't think. When I looked at it on their website, it looked like, you know, I can make modifications. You can probably still see a little bit of the water. Loose sandbags piled on the top, like an extra sandbag right there just leaning. Small touches like that I find to be really good. That's something that I would have done if I built this from scratch, you know. You got your boxes there and there, extra ammo and stuff. Who knows what this is built for? This could be built for a German or an American. It could be built for British. And these boxes are kind of generic. And then you got these 55-gallon drums in there. I think that's kind of a cool treat. You got this wood in there as the base bottom, you know, so you could roll your gun in, or your crew could come in, or, you know, the mortar sits on that. It wouldn't, because you're gonna have your base in there, right? But I'm going to also put a little dirt and grass inside this, so it'll look a little bit more rural. Yeah, some sandbags turn sideways, like normally, like the row at the top. The inside sandbags look pretty good. You know, there's a loose one, you know. Oh, wait, there's another loose one over here. I like that. I like that little extra touch. All right, so that, and you get 3 of those in that first pack. And that's perfect. All right, now in that first pack as well, not only did I get this no, it wasn't this one. It was this one. Yeah, because it came with a tire, you know, and then like a box, a bunch of barrels filled with dirt, make them bulletproof, a few sandbags on the side there, some boxes. I think this looks really good. Okay. You also get this spare ammo base. I'm going to make this my ammo, what do they call them? Ammo loaders, I think is what they call in the game. And then we got some like a camo net over a box. And then this could be a an objective, you know, where you just got a bunch of officers looking at a map on this box, you know. And it's the size of a medium base. And then this comes as a small base. It's got a couple of figure holes right there, so I could and the barrels are laying down, so it's kind of low to the ground, unobtrusive. It doesn't really provide any cover or anything. Oh, I mean, it does, but it's really just for looks. I like this. I like this base. All right, let's take a look at some of these medium entrenchments, right? A medium base would fit right in there. Some of these have logs, and of course I would say that's rural. Got a box in there. Then you got some of that thatch holding the sandbags and dirt. Full of dirt or rocks or something. Okay, let me put that. I'm sure these are going to look super good once they're painted. Okay, here's another log, 2 logs, box, dirt, sandbags, a giant log, support struts holding the logs in place so they don't roll out of the way or whatever. Yeah, I'm digging it. Okay, these 3 are all from their desert set. But like I said, now that looks like it's for like a machine gun or something, or an anti-tank gun, because you could put, like I said, an anti-tank gun normally goes on a medium base. I could probably put a large base sideways in there. Then you could have your 75 anti-tank gun or whatever sticking out, or it could just be a machine gun nest or whatever. It's just lower for some reason. But okay, let's get this in focus. Wood and dirt and boxes. Luckily, they didn't include any helmets. If they put like a German helmet or a British helmet on here, then it would be pretty much locked in. Like who, but they kept it generic, which I appreciate. Now, if I want to add a helmet or something, that's up to me. Okay, kind of. Remember another desert one, a lot of barrels laying down. Now, that's a bogey wheel, I think. Not for a tank, but maybe an anti-tank gun. I'm not sure. And some of these barrels have the bung or whatever it's called. Like this one, you can see it right there. And like this one, I think that's the bung hole right there. And I might put like a little leaky rust or oil coming out of it or something. Yeah, I'm digging it. All right, now this one's just a big pile of sandbags. That could be anywhere, right? But look at that. You get like this, a barrel. I thought that was pretty cool. And then that's another type of barrel, cask, keg, whatever. And then, oh wait, you got like an ammo can right there. I like the strappage on that. The inside of the barrel is right there. That's a good touch. And then you got the wood timbers. There's that other barrel. Okay. Gives it a little life. Okay, now we have a couple of small ones here. This is the one I put my bazooka behind because of the low section right here. But you got your 55-gallon drums. You got your boxes, your sandbags. There's, it looks like a log laying there maybe behind the dirt. Box full of dirt. And then boxes, sandbags, wood, just whatever, right? This kind of air pocket in the resin, I don't mind that, because what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to put a little bit of grass on there anyways, a little bit of flock, and it'll cover all that up. They say to fill that in with like 2-part epoxy to kind of disguise it. I don't think that's necessary. This thing's pretty much solid as hell. I don't have to like fill in anything. And it's been sanded on the bottom to make it lay flat on the table. I think that's a good touch as well. Okay, I think those are all awesome. Now they gave me some freebies for ordering this entire package. And because I used to be a 148 Tactic ambassador for Baueda or whatever, but I don't play 148 Tactic anymore, so I don't really do that. But they still got me on file. But either way, this is probably just a thank you for ordering this large order. I love the fact that they provided me with some supply points or little. I plan to like stick these in the town or whatever, just for flavor. There is some barrels with a tarp over one side. That's cool. And these are smaller than a small base. So these could be like added to a base, or I plan to just put these in the town as additional features, just terrain basically. You got some barrels. There's a little jerry can right there. Some boxes, a tarp on top of that barrel that's laying on its side. That's pretty cool. And then another one, a jerry can, bags, like camouflage netting on top of a barrel for sure. I'm holding on to this one last. We'll get to that one in just a minute. This one's kind of an exciting one. I like the barrels, the rolled tarp, the folded tarp, the ammo boxes, the grain bag or whatever that is. Yeah. Maybe those are empty sandbags. Now it looks like a folded tarp. Okay, and then the final freebie. I looked at this and I'm like, I'm never going to use this. Ever. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But it's a 2-figure base, right? Where it's a small base that you can put an FO or Bazooka Man or Piat team or sniper team or whatever you normally put on a 2-man base, command stand. It's got like these bags and like a bundle wrapped. But then we get to this cactus. And then there's like a little cask or whatever. when am I ever gonna put figures on a base that have a cactus on it? I assume this would be for my Africa Corps, but are there cactus in North Africa? This cactus looks like North America. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what kind of cactus are actually in the desert, because I'm not making any North American stuff. Now this might be good for your Team Yankee stuff or whatever, but I don't play that, so. Okay, all right, so that was the 2 rural packs, the 2 desert packs, and the freebies, but also the mortar. I guess they call it light artillery. That gives me quite a bit. Now you got a chance to look at all of them. All these mediums and smalls have duplicates, so you could just think they're all doubled up. I think these are gonna work out really well for my Flames War Battle that's getting ready to come up at this convention. So thanks for coming out and checking out this What's in the Box. It was really a blister pack, so it's kind of like what's in the blister packs. And it's not just one, it was a whole set of them. So hopefully that helps you out if you're thinking about getting some of your own entrenchments from Baueda. They do a really good job with all their models that I've had in the past. I strongly recommend them. And of course, you know, you never know, you might get some cool free stuff. All right, well, thanks for coming out and checking it out, and I'll catch you in the next one.